Welcome to Fringe Fanatics with Chad Lee and Chris Sane.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. It is episode 170 of the Fringe Fanatics Sports Podcast. I am Chris Zane.
And I am Chad Lee Martin. Thank you for tuning in. Episode 170, man. We're getting up there.
We are getting up there.
And we're going to start having a hashtag and brainstorm for 200.
I know. What are we going to do? Ooh.
We're going to have Quinn Miners on. We already met him.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. I'll reach out to him and see if we can.
You remember us?
Yeah. Hey, man, do you remember meeting us at that random card show?
Shrinking my hand like the child.
Giant man. Yeah, we'll see. We got to think of something. We're getting ready to get guests and everything back going again.
Yep.
Trying to get some NBA guests, trying to switch it up.
Yep.
Going to get some NHL guests too at the playoffs and stuff. But either way, things are on the up and up. We are here. We started a little bit late today, but that's okay. We're going to get right into it this week, and we're going to start with the headlines.
Let's get into it.
We're going to start right away with the NFL.
Are you ready for some football?
Woo! Better be ready for some football.
You know what I call this kind of stuff? It's like the Clarence stuff. They punched it.
Yeah, they did.
That's they've been having that for the first time.
Yeah, for the first time this year.
Yeah.
We're a month into the season, but hey, but that's for later.
Yep.
Right now, we've got some things to talk about as it's come to our attention, as we have known since we went to 17 games. It was only a matter of time before we breached 18 games, and it's exactly how we thought it would go, and basically, it's exactly how we thought it was going to be.
There's no wasting it. They're not wasting any time. Did you know, one of the reasons I wanted to bring this up, even though it's still speculation, it's becoming a lot more concrete because... You know, the NFL always plans out their Super Bowls, and it just got confirmed yesterday that they're going back to Vegas in 2029.
President's Day. Why aren't we doing it?
Well, in 2028, when they go to Atlanta, do you know that's like one of the first Super Bowls where we do not have a date for it?
Oh.
Do you know why?
It's
because we're waiting for the official signing of the 18 games, which would push it, and then we'll have a date.
Yeah.
Because they need to, with vendors and everything planned, it's a mass media thing. You got to plan this stuff out 2-3 years in advance, and so they always have a date set. But because the 18 game season isn't set in stone yet,
yes,
they haven't made it.
Big emphasis on the yet there.
Yep.
So basically, we're going to be getting the 18-2 formula, if you will, where they aim to swap one of the bullshit preseason games that most of the season ticket holders are forced to buy, mind you. You have to buy those if you have season tickets. They're going to get rid of one of those and swap it for a high-revenue regular season game.
Yep.
At this point, we all know that the NFLPA has no ground to stand on, and they have no backbone, so they will be playing 18 games.
And that's what's going to be really interesting. I can't remember the guy's name, JC something. He's the new NFLPA leader, and it will be fascinating to see if he can kind of bring something to the table to really wager, because the NFL and the players have really begged for real grass fields, better training facilities, and obviously an extra bye week, which is expected to come.
You'll get that. They have to.
They have to. You know,
you're going to get
to be run down
an early and a late, or however they're going to work it.
Yep.
They're going to have to figure that out too, because the way it's been, it's like, you know, throughout the season they disperse the week that you get the bye, but now they're going to have to figure it out, and especially now with the primary driver in this is the 16 international games every year.
Yep, that's another part of it where at least every team will be required to play one international team. They were talking about it on one of the football podcasts I was listening to today, or maybe it was PTI, I can't remember. Either way, it was just the fact that, like, San Francisco, dude, I guess Kyle Shanahan came out and was kind of bitching about how
he's mad about the Australia game. Well, it's shitty because it's a conference game. It's huge.
Yep.
And there could be, at the end of the year, where you're like, we had to go to Australia, a 24-hour flight, mind you.
Yeah.
And get shellacked or whatever,
Right.
you know.
I guess it's like a 16-hour flight, and then they're also playing in Mexico, which is a 4-hour flight at altitude.
Yeah.
And then
Higher than here, mind you.
yeah, they have to go to New York to play the Giants. That's a clear crowd. I want to, like, what I was hearing this, I'm like, I want to see the miles total. How much they're having to fly. I mean, it's going to be...
Well, you think in a regular season, just flying all around,
Oh, yeah.
it's got to be a lot. But yeah, then you add Australia, Mexico, like,
Yeah.
those are some wild
getting nuts,
trips.
man. Yeah.
But yeah, so also a big thing came out today as well. I think the NFL just released a bunch more money for their global marketing, where they're going to be putting a lot more funds into that,
Yep.
which also plays into this international
Where's
expansion.
the Broncos center? Do they always have, like,
I think we're
specific...
in Mexico.
Is that all right? Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, I think
There's
so.
a big Hispanic base here.
Well, yeah.
Because the Chiefs are in Germany. That's theirs.
Is it? Yeah, that's why they played there. Yeah. Yeah, I
They
think
need
we're
to
in
make you guys play
Mexico.
Mexico then. Well,
Yeah,
we do
that's
play the
Mexico.
NFC West. Maybe
Yeah.
you guys will be playing the Niners down there.
Ooh, maybe.
Could be.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't think other than London.
Oh, did you guys already get a London game?
Yeah, and then when Terrell Davis became like Terrell Davis, I thought that was in a weird place.
What do you mean became Terrell Davis?
Well, because he was like a 6th round draft pick. I think they played in China, dude. Hold on.
Oh, it was like a preseason game?
Yeah, it was a preseason game. Yeah, I think it was in China, and he was basically ready to. He was leaving. He's like, I'm not gonna make the team.
Uh-huh.
Like, what am I doing here?
Wow.
But he didn't. The language barrier at the front desk kept him from leaving. Like, he couldn't get a flight out.
Yeah.
So then he stayed, ends up playing, and makes a special teams tackle that was like one of the highlights of the year. And that's what made him stay and end up
Wow.
becoming Terrell Davis.
That's a really cool story. I didn't even know he was a 6th round draft pick. That's insane.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Preseason hit. This is the one that did it. Japan.
Oh, okay.
Japan. So I was
Cool.
somewhat close.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was a wild story. But yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, super interesting. But yeah,
Definitely
I mean,
interesting.
it's going to be wild. I think what, to me, bums me out the most is just the records. So many historic records are going to be a wash. Now there's going to be an asterisk on everything. And it's just going to make some, there's going to be a different era. There's going to be the 14
Well,
game,
it's like the
16.
It's like the sack record last year. It's
Yep.
kind of like
Yeah.
he did it in
He
16.
got it in the extra game. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, it does kind of suck. But it's like I said, and I was wrong, not President's Day. Oh wait. Oh, so the season will then start on Labor Day weekend, and then the Super Bowl will then be on President's Day weekend, which would then give everybody a national holiday the day after to have the day off from your Super Bowl party.
It would be pretty nice. I wish our companies could abide
Yeah,
by
we
that.
don't.
Even
You're in
Canada's
construction?
No.
Nah.
Well, even Earth.
Well,
like,
yeah,
they don't
hospitals.
even do. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like it's basically only like federal holidays and stuff.
But still, yeah,
still,
there
that's
is a lot
something.
of places that do it, but yeah, unfortunately, all of our industries do not.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that'll be kind of cool. Obviously, they're going to make a ton more money, and that's the main goal here.
Yeah. They're just raking it in.
Raking it in. It's
Yeah.
just like it's springtime. Get out there, rake your lawns. Get all that winter just raked off there, ready for spring and growth.
And it's nuts, man. Like I'm still a junkie for it. I've still been. I take like breaks from video games every now and then, but then I just picked it up. I just started playing a season with the Lions. It's so sick. Dude.
I'm gonna have to play. They
is
just released
so
it.
fast.
They just released it for free on PlayStation Network, so I downloaded it.
Sweet.
So let's play
yeah,
it.
no, nice.
Yeah.
Let me. I'll send you my gamer tag afterwards.
Yeah,
man.
let's do it.
It's
We'll
good.
get some Madden in.
Yeah.
Get down in the nitty gritty. But yeah, let's move on to the second story in the NFL. Not too much. There's a few other things we thought about talking about, but these rule changes here. Oh, as I said that, all of the stories popped up. Son of a. But yeah, so we are moving on into the rule changes as the league ownership meeting happened today, actually.
Before we get into the rule changes, you want to talk about Todd Monken?
No, I didn't hear this.
You didn't hear? Oh, so
no,
glad I
what
could
did he
tell you.
do?
So the annual coaches photo, and I was kind of happy too because Andy Reid, it was different. He always wears a super flamboyant shirt that
It's like a Hawaiian shirt.
Everybody can pinpoint. It was just a mild
He
green
went modest.
one. Yeah, I was like, all right, man, more professional. But Todd Monken, first year as a head coach, not pictured. Why? He was in the shitter.
Oh,
yes.
He pulled an Anthony Davis.
Exactly. He was Anthony Edwards.
Oh, Anthony Edwards.
Yeah,
Anthony Edwards. Yeah, just the other night.
Yeah.
He's like,
So
they're
it's
like,
like-
why did Mike Conley start for you? He's like, I had to take a shit.
Yeah. He was pretty honest about it. And it's like, I mean, how long was this shit? I mean, they couldn't wait 5 minutes or something?
I
mean,
guess not.
It
Dude.
must have been a bad one.
Those are busy guys. I mean,
Yep.
imagine what they've got going.
Maybe
You get them
8.
all together for a picture. It's like time to snap the picture, and then they're off.
The owners' meeting was down there in Arizona. Maybe you had some bad green chili or something.
Ooh, yeah, that can happen. That can happen.
Could be a thing.
Well, another big thing there, obviously, QB competition in Cleveland
yeah.
with all 12 of their QBs.
Oh god, yeah, that's why they're all talking like Monken's already 0-1
Oh, yeah.
after this. But,
Yeah,
yep.
well, he's 0-2 technically.
Yeah.
All
Good one. That was funny.
right,
yeah.
so let's move on to these rule changes.
All right.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna take the first one.
yeah, let's do it. Oh, you take.
Oh
me
no,
take the
you,
first?
so okay, I'll take.
You
it.
take the first
Yeah,
one.
all right,
I'm sorry, I thought
yeah.
that's what you said.
So we're just gonna read through this here, and there's been 5 rule changes that's come down the line, and
a lot with kicking.
yes, the kickoff is a big part of it. They're still trying to tweak it, but this is one here where the owners also passed the proposal to allow league personnel to consult with on-field officials when considering disqualifications who both flagrant football acts and non-football acts without being called on the field. They bring up a good example here where if everybody can remember when DK Metcalf got into an altercation with the fan last year, you know, the refs, maybe they saw it, maybe they didn't. It's also kind of a non-football thing, and so they couldn't really do much about it. Now this gives them the power to punish him during the game. He was suspended 2 games for this, but now if somebody's acting up or if there's a punch thrown or whatever, they can do something then.
Yeah. Other things in terms of the kickoff, as the dynamic kickoff is now a permanent. Teams can now declare an onside kick at any time.
It used to just be losing teams. It had to just be the losing team.
Oh, and I think it had to
you
be
got-
in the final 2 minutes of the half too. I think it
Yeah.
was the only time you could
Yeah.
do it. And yeah, so we kind of saw that coming.
You still have to declare it, but it can be either the winning.
You can be
or-
anytime.
Yep.
But regardless, you have to declare it, which kind of, nullifies the surprise of it.
There's never going to be a Sean Payton.
No,
Super
we
Bowl.
won't have a Super Bowl Sean Payton thing ever again.
That's right.
Well, let's move on to the next one.
Okay, while the NFL changes to the onside kick indubitably made this part of the game safer, they also led to an alarmingly low success rate. The lack of success led to rumblings about alternative options that could increase conversions while adding more excitement to the game. Now, this includes eliminating the kicking team's incentive to intentionally kick the ball out of bounds when kicking off from the 50-yard line. This was a loophole, and a good example here is in the Thanksgiving game, basically, the Cowboys tried to take advantage of this by intentionally kicking the ball out of bounds to pin Kansas City at its own 25-yard line. It was just kind of like some messed up rules that the rulebook didn't kind of have right, and so, they fixed it.
Yeah. And we will move on to the alignment requirements for the receiving team in the setup zone. It's basically to get more returns. They're trying to tweak how the receiving team lines up, adjusting how many players are on the restraining line and how the rest are spaced, while keeping most players deeper until the ball is kicked or lands. Goal is to improve safety and make returns more competitive.
Yes, indeed. I'm trying to find the rest of them here. Where's the officials one? Did we miss it?
For the
new
for the strike that we're about to have, or the
the CBA kind of thing. Yeah, I don't see it in this article. I thought I saw it in here.
Let's see here. So basically what is going to happen, they are able to, anything that's just a egregious miss by the officiating crew, New York will be able to overrule any blatant mistake right away. Basically, we shouldn't ever have a Fail Mary again. There shouldn't be any question on that, as one ref's going incomplete, one's holding his hands up, and they're like, I don't know.
Yeah, it was famous. So back in 2012, that was the last time there was basically a lockout with the refs, and the NFL had to bring in replacement refs. And for those of you who don't know, replacement refs, who they actually hire, because all of the Division I and most of the Division II refs, they all have jobs, and they're like, I'm not going to leave my comfy job. I've been with the Big 12 forever. I'm not going to take a 2% or 3% pay increase to go do this.
Yeah.
So they have to hire Division III and scramble around and try to get other types of reps. So these guys obviously aren't as more qualified. So back in 2012, for the first 2 weeks of the season, there were blown calls all over the place. And there was a famous game between Seattle and Green Bay where there was a Hail Mary called at the end of the game. And it was basically an interception, and they didn't know what to call. And right after that, they made an agreement.
All of a sudden, that agreement came real quick.
Yeah.
Sportsbook.
Yeah.
And I can tell you this much. The first game that ends on some shitty call like that, you can guarantee Vegas will be making a phone call, and the league will be bowing down to them, unfortunately.
Well, that's why I think that there's so much weight on the shoulders of New York, where they, in real time, have to get this right, where it's not just like on primetime games anymore or anything like that, because what they're talking about is like blatant missed calls, not just like, oh, that's a, missed pass interference or anything like that. There's a ton of times where you see face masks where guys are doing that, and I believe that's what they're meaning is like, it's not just like when a flag is called, it's when there might be no
missed
flag.
Something.
And
well,
so
especially because you have to be able to basically overrule them.
Yes.
Even on a non-call.
And so this to me is very interesting, because what we'll talk about later in this episode is the ABS and what's going on with like the umpires and a guy like CB Buckner.
Oh yeah, dude. 2 strike threes.
Yeah.
Back to back.
Missed 6 pitches last night, a total of 20 that were questionable. And to me, this is really kind of parlaying together, because if the NFL, to me, it's not like the ABS with like football, but it's almost kind of like using technology to improve the game. And if they can get it to where it gives kind of more of consensus with the fans and everybody watching, that's like, okay, wow, we don't have as much human error, because the ABS is proving how much human error is going on with baseball.
Well,
right
and then you see how quick it's like immediate. So why not do that for every single pitch? Why not a ball and on the scoreboard, boom, that's where it was, strike, boom, ball.
That's what I was going to get into when we talk about this later. Is I think after this season, I think that's what it's going to lead to.
Because at this point, I mean, really,
Agers seeing this happen and be like, we got screwed in the WBC. If we would have been using the ABS, we possibly could have beaten the United States, and this could change. But that's if New York is able to expedite these reviews and get them right and not be as corrupt as they've been in the past with some of these refs. It's like, I know this is wrong, but I'm not going to let my ego take a hit, whatever.
Yeah.
And it does work. I mean, yeah, maybe we don't. They're going to go to these refs that are striking and be like, we don't fucking need you.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know how we can rely on anybody running down a field with NFL players and then be able to make like a judgment call on a play happening in real time. Like, it's almost insane.
And that's why it's like, I can't really fault these umps, man. Like, I don't know how they've done it for all these years and stuff, but
you can't win
at a ball coming 95 miles per hour,
and you're supposed to know like a box that's imaginary.
And there's like a lot of these guys were in the strike zone changes when the guy's shorter, taller. I mean, it's human error, and it's tough. I don't really fault them, but like when we have technology to make it better, it's not the classic game, but it's an improved game.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And at this point, with everybody putting money on it, and for a lot of people, hard-earned money, you need to be making sure that it's called as fairly as possible. And if that means removing the human element, then so be it.
Yep.
But
should be an interesting season. I'm really fascinated to see how it's going to go down.
Yeah, me too. We will definitely be staying locked in on the MLB season. I'm watching the Rockies.
Nice.
I'm doing it.
They got swept.
So Great start to the season, but hey, they're manufacturing runs. I think they're second in stolen bases right now.
That's good.
So,
if they get up to 500, I know that'll be their first time being 500 since July of 2023.
Yeah.
So only 3 years, you know.
Yeah, I mean the memes were rampant on Friday, their first game as the Rockies eliminated from playoff games.
That's good, dude.
All right, let's move into the Daily Dow.
Let's do it, man.
Well, who do you got this week, my man?
I got a kind of surprise, and he kind of surprised everybody Saturday night or Sunday during the day if you were...
Any points. You are doing good. So
yeah,
that's incredible.
I know, right? It almost sounds like a participation trophy.
Hey, you finished high enough to get some points.
And you got some points for this race, and I'm going to bring it up what he's totaled, because he finished 7th. And Japan, and come on, load. Right now, he's sitting at 8th with a total of 15 points.
Yeah, dude. And hey, I think he might be doing better than Verstappen.
Oh, way better. Yeah, he's well, actually, he's one above Verstappen. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah,
well,
Verstappen's 9th.
He's Chad's Daily Dog right there, man.
Right.
Moving on to my Daily Dogs, I am picking the Denver Pioneers, or the Pios, if you will, as they are headed to the Frozen Four for the 3rd straight year and the 4th time in the last 5. And the main reason I think this is kind of an incredible thing is because this is a private school, basically, in Denver that's taking on top, like, Michigan. That's who they'll be taking on, actually. Michigan, the number 1 overall seed on Thursday, April 9th. But the Pioneers are just one of those teams. They're always sniffing around the the Frozen Four. I'm sorry.
So I went there one time, and I saw the ice hockey rink, and I had no idea.
Magnus is rad, dude.
Yeah, how many championships they have, and I just googled it here. They have. They really
11.
are that, like, yeah,
That's what
10,
they're going for.
Yeah, they're going for 11. They have 10 NCAA national championships. And Chris is right. I mean, like, that's what's nuts is, like, Minnesota is one of the teams, colleges that's really dominated for a long time. They're really good. Michigan, like he said. But this is lowly Denver.
Yeah.
Like, why are they so good?
Well, it's hats off to their coach, and also a lot of guys just go there for the winning pedigree.
Yep.
And you've got a lot of guys in the
their
NHL.
coach is really good too, right?
Yeah, their coach is super good. And then, I mean, I think Logan O'Connor for the Avalanche is one of the guys who came out of there.
That's awesome.
I mean, Cale Makar, I think he played for, I think it was Michigan. But yeah, regardless.
Do you know who they're playing in the Final Four?
It's Michigan.
Oh,
Michigan's number 1.
Wow.
So yeah, DU had to kind of, they're not one of the higher seeds, but
hopefully they could pull off the upset. That'd be cool.
yeah, I mean, that would be great.
Yep.
Let me see. Yeah, they beat Western Michigan 6-2.
Nice. Dude, how about the Avs last night? Putting up like a little
9.
cross skull.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I was like, what are we doing, lacrosse? 9 goals?
9 times.
Jeez, they whooped up on the Flames.
Yeah, they did. And the Flames are not doing that
No,
good this
they're
year.
about 500.
But yeah, it's Avalanche scored a lot. So
that is why.
that's why the DU Pioneers are my Daily Dog.
Daily.
That's a good little dark. All right, let's head to the hardwood.
Yeah, let's go hard in the paint.
Middle of Magic, right side to Scott. Slam dunk. 4 seconds. 3 seconds left. Why are they not fouling? Jumper Murray. Denver bounce.
Pump fake for 2. Kobe's got the Laker record. 81-point game. Ladies and gentlemen, you have witnessed the 2nd greatest scoring performance in NBA history.
Come on. I'm burning. My lungs are burning.
Oh, man. Yes. Let's move into the NBA.
Yeah, I think the first story is Mark Cuban's regret. Yeah, I liked the honesty about this. This guy.
I mean, they do run the Sands, all of the Sands casinos
Exactly.
in Las Vegas. And yeah, Mark Cuban was on a podcast and he was talking about not necessarily regretting selling the team. It's just who he sold it to. And that would be the Adelson and Dumont families, owners of, like I said, Las Vegas Sands casino empire. He sold it at the time for $3.5 billion. When you look at it now, what a steal. But he has just expressed a lot of regret. He knew, or so he was told, that he was going to still be able to kind of run day-to-day operations, kind of almost be like a GM for the franchise. And immediately after the sale, that was apparent that that was not going to be what was happening. He still retains a 27% minority share in the team, but at this point, he's not happy. And then, we all know what happened with Nico Collison and trading away Luka. And I think that right there about killed him, because Luka was his son.
He was mad about that. I saw a stat yesterday that it was nuts. I mean, Luka's been on this tear recently. It showed Anthony Davis's points as a Maverick, and it was like 540 something,
Yeah.
And
Luka's like 1,000.
Luka over the last 40 days was just over. I know it was Luka just in the month of March had more points than him. Like, God damn, man.
Yeah,
It's just
well, it was a terrible trade, and now we're realizing that, and we all kind of knew it to begin with, but it's definitely playing out that way, as Anthony Davis has hardly played, and now he's gone. So
now he's in the Wizards.
Now he's on the
People go to
Wizards. Where basketball players go to die.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, he said his biggest regret was not opening the sale to competitive bidding, which probably could have gotten more money and also more favorable terms, where he wouldn't have just been kind of pushed out. But yeah, he's even just talked about the main reason why he sold was the emotional toll of just like having to live and die with the team, like especially being a fan like he was. It's not, I mean, as an owner, you're always a fan, I think. But he was like a fan.
He was a unique owner.
That
He was
yeah,
close, very involved, yelling at refs.
Oh yeah. I mean, he was very into it, and he just said living and dying with the team every night just kind of became too much. And then he said like his kids were starting to talk about being, part of the Mavs, and he's like, you don't want that.
Yeah.
Like if the team is bad, you're the worst person to everybody that's a fan. So he's like, you don't want this. Yeah. Like you don't know. It's like in Happy Gilmore when he's talking to the kid in first grade, and he's like, stay here as long. Billy Madison.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
He squeezes his cheeks.
See?
Where like I kind of haven't watched as many Nuggets games, the Jayhawks as well. Instead of like maybe putting the game off to the side like I have in the past, I'm like, I'll check it later. It's not going to be. I don't have to watch every minute of it.
Yeah, and especially now with just like the way people are ingesting games, 90% of the people nowadays watch the highlights.
Yeah,
and you just watch like a 15-minute highlight reel of the game on YouTube, and you've got the majority of it.
Yep.
And we've kind of made the joke before in the past of like you don't need to watch an entire NBA game, just watch the final 5 minutes.
Well, and you can go on YouTube afterwards. Like when I do miss like a good Nuggets game, if we're out doing something, you can go to YouTube and get a condensed version of it where it's about 17 minutes, and it's a lot of like the good highlights of it, and you're not just getting the short 3-minute highlight video.
I started doing that this last NFL season. On NFL Plus, just watching condensed games.
Yeah,
just because it's like I don't need to watch 4 3 and outs, dude.
Dude, when you get NFL Plus and you're able to like rewatch the Broncos or Chiefs games, and they take out the commercials, it's only like 2 hours.
Yeah,
you
realize how much time is wasted.
It is so awesome. You're just like, woo, skip halftime, skip for third quarter. Oh, it's so fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's get to the next story here. The Hall of Fame class was announced, what was it, yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Candace Parker, Alinda Delle Donne, who was at the Duke game over the weekend, and then NBA coach Doc Rivers, and then former NBA star Amari Stoudemire.
Yeah, so it's not really like a a ground-breaking class. Amari Stoudemire was a very good player.
Candace Parker's definitely
Candace
one of
Parker.
the
Don't get
goats
me
for
wrong.
sure.
The women in this class
Yeah.
are a lot
I don't
more.
really know much about Elena Deladonna, though. I know she's good. She's a Duke legend, but
Yeah.
I don't really know much about her.
Yeah,
But I was trying to remember, did Rock Rivers win a championship with the Celtics?
I believe he did,
With,
and
like,
I
Paul
think
Pierce
it
and
was
those
Paul
guys?
Pierce. Yeah.
That's what I thought, because... Yeah, that deserves it. You can't be a coach going to the Hall of Fame if you haven't won a championship. So, that's
Oh
fair.
shit! And the Milwaukee Bucks.
He was their coach when he did it
Yeah.
there. I thought it was Budenhauser,
Oh wait, hold on.
because Doc Rivers is their new coach.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, my bad.
But
I misspoke.
He does deserve it for the Celtics, because I think the Celtics won and beat
2008.
the Lakers.
Yeah, 2008 NBA champion as a coach.
It's tough to beat that squad of Lakers.
He's
that
a
he
top
went
15 coach in NBA history. So
against. Wow.
did that? I mean, not necessarily quietly, but you just wouldn't expect that.
Well, it's just kind of nuts. Like, he had that early success, and you look at the players he's had, but then there's this awful stat for him where he has the most playoff losses when it comes to having a lead, like up 3-1, and then they blow it.
Yeah.
Like, it's happened quite a bit. So that's unfortunate. But that is the Hall of Fame class, and hats off to him.
Yeah, definitely. So, way to go, Hall of Fame class. This was just one that I wanted to touch on really quick. Wemby had the fastest triple-double, or the third fastest triple-double since 1997. And that was last night. And as we are going down, the wire here, we got to take our hats off or anything.
I like Wemby, man. No, I respect his game. I mean, he really isn't an alien out there. He had 41 points last night, right? Kind of said, like, he plays defense, and then also...
He does, but we talked about it a little bit last week. He's going to get knocked for being a freak.
Well, it's not so much
it's
that,
like the
too.
blocks.
Here's
It's
a
like,
crazy
dude,
stat that he has
doesn't even
played more
stand.
games than LeBron, but he's played less minutes.
Yeah, because they've been...
That, and, I mean, they've really been winning.
It's like the Thunder. If you look at their total minutes, they're probably, especially like SGA, and then they're out like a lot of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, but it's crazy. Like, ever since, like, I think, like, late January, the Spurs have only lost 2 games.
Yeah, they've been on a
That's
tear. That's why
crazy.
they're second in the NBA right now, and they are looking good. And at this point, like, the Nuggets are basically trying to see who. I think there's going to be a little bit of hoping and praying. I think at this point, we're Houston Rockets fans.
Yeah. Well, that's what's really nice is that the Spurs are where they are, because we play them twice still. We play them on Saturday and then again at the last game of the season. And they might be resting their starters, because there's no way those other teams are catching them. They might be trying to catch the 1 seed, unless by that last game of the season it's locked up. So that last game that could be pivotal for us, they might be resting their starters.
Definitely. But real quick on this one, I didn't actually state the stat. So Wembanyama had 10 points, 10 rebounds in his first 8 minutes and 31 seconds on the court, collecting his 10th rebound with 1:55 into the second quarter. The third fastest double-double in play-by-play era, according to Elias Sports Bureau, behind only Mr. Boban Marjanovic.
That's cool.
He did it in 8:13. And then a nugget, Jonas Valanciunas.
Oh, that's cool.
8:08 in 2025.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's
I didn't
got the
know about
fastest.
that. Dude, he's been playing so good. I'm a little worried about the guard situation just recently, or the forward situation. Geez, Sunday, 4 of them went down, man. Like,
Yeah.
got some shitty luck. But we'll go over the standings. Why don't you take the East this time? We'll flip
Okay,
it
we'll
up.
switch it. All right. So, all these teams about to speak about have now clinched a playoff berth. The Detroit Pistons sitting in first place, 54 wins, 21 losses. The Boston Celtics are in second place, 50 wins, 25 losses. And the New York Knicks, 48 and 27. And let's see, get down to we got the Cavaliers in fourth, 47-28. Raptors 42 and 32. Atlanta Hawks 43 and 33.
Yeah, the Cavaliers got a big game against the Lakers tonight, so really be gunning for the Cavs tonight. So we need that to happen.
Indubitably.
Yep, down in the West, the Thunder 60-16, 2.5 games up on the Spurs. The Spurs are really trying to catch them. And then the Spurs are 57-18. Then you got the Lakers at the 3 seed at 10.5 games back. And then the Denver Nuggets at the 4 seed, 48-28. 48-28, and then the Minnesota Timberwolves 46-29, and then to lock up the last is Houston Rockets at 45-29, and just the other day,
He's practicing.
that's cool. I know we didn't go into our weekends too much, but just real quick, we both watched that Goat movie.
Oh, I wanted to check it out.
Dude,
it looks cool. It looks
so cool, man.
It looks it's filmed like because the people that made
Spider-Verse
movies,
movies, and I didn't watch like the K-pop movie, but like that it won the Oscar for the best animated movie. Like it was.
Meryl watched it. She loves the
fiery movie.
She
dude.
loves the music.
Korean K-pop. Yeah, I mean, dude, like everybody, even adults were like, "No, you should check it out." Like it's crazy. And so, like the makers of these movies, I love the Spider-Verse movies, and to me, it was so fucking cool because it takes it, Steph Curry's a producer on it, and it's kind of loosely based on his story where he's a smaller guy, and kind of the underdog story. And so there's a lot of cool Easter eggs where the goat kind of does his shimmy, and then there's a one time he does the night night, and I was like, oh, the night night, yeah, but
don't go sleep.
Angie Santino and Bobby Lee are in it too.
I heard them talking about it on Bad Friends, and they're the announcers.
Yep,
that's pretty funny.
They killed it, man. It's a great movie, so check that out.
Nice. Well, I will. I've been meaning to. So that one looks like it's going to be pretty good. But where should we go next, sir?
Right,
where do you want to go?
Let's see. Want to hit some hockey real quick?
Yeah, we'll do some hockey real quick.
Go to the penalty box.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get in it. Let's get into the penalty box.
1 second. It's over. They did it. They did it. The job is done. The Colorado Avalanche are Stanley Cup champions. And they will lift Lord Stanley a mile high. Here is Ovechkin. Shoots. He scores. He scores.
Yeah, you were at the Avalanche. You heard that buzzer. Time.
I was drinking a lot because there was a lot of goals.
Indeed. 9-2 over the Flames as well last night. We had the Penguins over the Islanders, 8-3. Golden Knights beat the Canucks, and the Maple Leafs over the Ducks, and the Sharks over the Blues. But let's get into it here, as we've got an extremely tight playoff race. And it's very close. If you look down below in the bottom right corner, you will see, you can't see it, Chad, but I appreciate you looking. It's in the bottom right corner of the screen, and it has the standings as well as the wild card stuff. So we go into the Eastern Conference and the Atlantic Division. Still up for grabs in the Eastern Conference. There are 6 still up for grabs in the Eastern Conference. There are 6 teams within 4 points of each other for 3 spots, with 5 of those teams just 3 points apart. In the West, there are 6 teams within 4 points of each other for the final playoff spot. But, someone could possibly catch the Avalanche. I don't think they will. But let's move to the Metropolitan Division. Carolina Hurricanes and the Senators. Let's move into the West here. Obviously, the Colorado Avalanche, the most points in the NHL, 108 points. They've got 9 games remaining. The Dallas Stars have not been the Dallas Stars for most of the season in the last few weeks. I think they've lost like 8 out of the last 9.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Dallas Stars now sitting at 100 points, 8 games remaining, and the Minnesota Wild with 94 points, 8 games remaining. Obviously, the Avalanche clinched a playoff berth and now have their sights on the President's Trophy as the #1 seed in the league. They do have one more game at the Stars, but appear to be in great shape to lock up home ice advantage through the playoffs. Real quick to the Pacific Division, we've got the Anaheim Ducks, 87 points with 8 games remaining. The Edmonton Oilers, 87 points with 8 games remaining. The Edmonton Oilers, 83 points, also 8 games remaining. And the Vegas Golden Knights with 82 points, 7 games remaining.
They just replaced their coach, too.
Yes, the Ducks. Way to go, Chad.
What?
I'm just proud of you. You're learning. You're interjecting. I appreciate it.
I
You
follow
dabble.
a little bit of news.
Yeah, I know. The Ducks a 4-2 loss at the Oilers on Saturday, followed by a 5-4 overtime loss to the Toronto Maple Leafs on Monday, have tightened things up in the Pacific. Of the remaining 8 games, only 3 are against teams currently in playoff position, so they do have kind of a nice little break, if you will. It's an easier schedule to round out the end of the year. That's it. That's all we got. So standings, I kind of just went through them, so I'm not going to do it again. Also, they're right.
Do you want to talk about the Matthews incident last night?
Oh, let's talk about
not so much him, because his season was ended last week by
you mean the retaliation?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Beat the shit out of it.
Yeah. So last week the Maple Leafs took on the Anaheim Ducks, and a kind of a well-known dirty player, Gubas. I can't remember his first name. You got it?
Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up here.
I was wanting to see the play too, because I never did see it, but ended Austin Matthews' season. He had probably torn ACL or something like that. It was horrible. And then, are you pulling up the retaliation? Yeah, this is great.
Okay, yeah. All right, hold on. Let me pull this up here.
So Domi, who is the longest tenured Maple Leaf, took it upon himself to get retaliation for his injured player.
Yeah, let me get to this here real quick. But yeah, it's a pretty awesome video. The fight happens right away. It's one thing about hockey.
I love it.
It's like they don't even the puck barely drops and they're like, all right, it's on. You're getting your ass kicked.
That's what's so awesome about the NHL. You know, you can't do this in the Olympics. They're like, the refs are like, we knew this was going to happen. 3 seconds into it, I mean, right at puck drop, they drop gloves and throw blows.
Yeah, you just got to let it happen. It's on ice governance, if you will. But it's pretty awesome. So let's watch it right here. Let me get it going. Bada bing.
So just one fight. And Max Domi. Boom, boom, boom. In the fence of the captain is teeing off. And Max Domi gets more than a measure of revenge.
Even the NHL guys just, all right.
Come on,
Yeah, he kicked his ass. And it was well deserved. Dude.
Yeah.
He took out your best player, man.
Well, because most times, like if someone took out McKinnon, everybody would riot. I mean, McCarr and those guys would go crazy because it's kind of an unspoken thing with hockey. You don't really touch the best player. You know, the star player. Like, you kind of focus more on hitting like the defenseman and everything.
Yeah, exactly. And Gubas is definitely one of those guys who's kind of thug on the ice, if you will.
Suspended multiple times this year. Here's the thing, though. I will, as dirty as he is, and this is one thing I do like about hockey, I will give him his props because he could have skipped this game. There's no reason that they had to play them. They only.
I'm gonna get my ass kicked, guys.
The next time they're gonna play the Maple Leafs is just kind of, I think, like a week away in Toronto, and he could have skipped that game, but instead he came out for this one. He knew it was gonna happen, and he took a beating like he deserved.
Yeah.
So I gotta give him hats off for that.
Yeah, you know, if it's you got to get your ass kicked every once in a while, and you got to
face the music.
reckon. Well, yeah, you got to reap what you sow. I guess is what I meant to say. But yeah, so that's it for the NHL. Like I said, we got like less than 10 games remaining. So we are in the final stretch of both the NBA and NHL. So be on the ready for a lot of playoff sports because it's happening.
Yep.
Let's go into F1.
Let's hit it. And they just left Japan. And the Aramco,
Aramco,
thank
yeah.
you, appreciate it. Japanese Grand Prix, where Mercedes kind of dominated once again, with Kimi Antonelli coming on top to win for his second straight race in a row, and is now the youngest championship leader.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Well, and with that, it seems now that Kimi is not just a fluke. It looks like this kid is legit,
Yep.
and it was kind of proven this week in the Japan Grand Prix as he gets the pole and then wins it.
Did you stay up and watch it?
I started to, and I fell asleep.
I did too. I got to like lap 22 and
Yeah.
I fell asleep. I was pissed, but I watched the highlights and then listened to podcasts about it. And yeah, I did see in the very first Kimi. It just seems to happen 3 weeks in a row, or 3 races in a row now, where the Mercedes are having bad starts. They can't quite get that figured out. And Kimi had pole again, and then fell back to like 5th or 6th right on that first lap. And Piastri had a great start. That's what we were talking about at how we jumped into the episode. Man, he just put pedal to the metal, and Oscar led the race, and then Leclerc, and then Hamilton even moved up there. But this was a very interesting race because of the one-stop strategy. It's not a super long race, and so it really was just a one-stopper, but really threw the wrench in it was the massive wreck by Behrman, Ollie Behrman. And that's probably one of the more severe wrecks we've seen in a while. And George Russell was super unlucky due to that because he had taken a pit stop 1 lap before that.
Yeah, and then you get screwed.
Yep.
Yeah, it's interesting, and a lot of things have kind of come out of this race with the new rules, and I'll let Chad allude to the main thing here, but then I wanted to get into Max Verstappen.
Yeah, we definitely need to cover that. And see, that's just it. It's like, over the first 3 weeks, everybody's heard about how Verstappen's upset. He can't get his car's not running really well, and he's been bitching. But for the first time, we're starting to see more drivers start to complain about these new regs. And I've been waiting. I didn't want to talk about it, but I want to with Behrman's wreck. I don't know if that was part of it due to like the battery usage and stuff like that. I wanted to find out more on that first. But it was pretty rough. He tried to overtake and he had to go off, and I mean, he slammed into the wall and he limped off afterwards. But I wanted to, we've talked about how these regs are kind of rubbing some people the wrong way and other people like it. But with the last year's champ making a quote like this, I thought it kind of deserved some attention, where he said, honestly, some of the racing, I didn't even want to overtake Lewis. It's just that my battery deploys, but I can't control it. So I overtake him, and then I have no battery left. So he just flies past. This isn't racing. This is yo-yoing. Even though he says it's not, it is yo-yoing.
Yeah, and that's kind of been Max's whole thing, is like this move to hybrid engines. It's the first time they've had this much emphasis on harvesting and then deploying the battery boosted electrical energy, and it's pissed off Verstappen, and he's literally thinking about walking away from F1 after this year.
He said statements like that afterwards. Yep.
He's likened the new cars to Mario Kart, called them a joke and anti-racing, and said that anybody who has enjoyed the back and forth overtakes now created by battery boost doesn't understand what real racing is about. And I think that's kind of what Lando was alluding to there, is that the batteries are just it almost.
Why don't you
like
explain yo-yoing then?
Well, because it's basically forcing them. One guy gets ahead, and then your battery reserves are saved up, so then you shoot ahead. But at the same time, his battery reserves shot back
going
up,
back and forth.
and so they're just going like this.
Yeah.
And it does make the racing more entertaining, because you're having all of these.
You're having a little bit more overtakes.
There's more changes in the grid, and the main thing is that it's not
real racing,
They're
though,
ju-
because
yeah,
it's
they're
not
just-
horsepower.
it's like, yeah.
It's not an engine. You're not going to have this with like a NASCAR or anything like that, or even GT, where that's like some of the most high power performance cars out there, and that's like the other type of cars that Verstappen likes to race. And it really, like yo-yoing, kind of like a yo-yo, where it just goes back and forth. And we've seen this with the Ferrari cars. We saw it even last week with Kimi. We haven't really seen it with the Mercedes ones, but we've seen almost like 2 out of 3 races, some entertaining cinema racing between Leclerc and Lewis, and they got real close to wrecking this last week. But I mean, what's cool is like there's no real bad blood. They're both like just trying to best each other. But yeah, I mean, it's
it's like false racing.
It's just
it's like
it shouldn't be a battery, man. Like
yeah,
it should be okay if you can.
Well, there's some videos of it's Lewis Hamilton and he's in a paddock, and someone's on the course and they're running an old car from like back in the day, and he hears it goes by and he just like stops. He's like, man, I missed that.
Yeah.
Like it was like the V10 engine.
The V12. They used to use those V12,
Yeah.
and then they had some wrecks of it and stuff, and then they've kind of started to migrate more towards these hybrid ones. But the thing of it is, the Red Flags guys bring up a good point. Like this isn't so much they didn't move to these hybrids for the fans to have more overtakes or for fuel efficient or anything like
It
that.
definitely seems that way a little
What
bit.
they did
though.
it for is Audi. They did a deal with Audi to basically, it was a business deal, and that's just kind of like ruin it. It's just to appease Audi and a couple of the other corporate people in F1, and because people have stakes in this. Okay, well, you're going to use my parts. We need to do this. And I don't really dig it. I think if you can create the best car, I mean, dude, I'll never forget. I don't know if you ever went up to Vandermeer.
Yeah.
My dad's like some of my favorite memories as my kid is my dad took us up to Heartland, Topeka to watch the NHRA cars.
Oh yeah, top
And
fuel.
smelling that nitrous. Woo, boy, that nitrous car.
That's fuel, nitro.
I remember being like a 13-year-old kid, and then you got those race girls walking around too, like, oh, here, take some swag and all this.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
like, this is us. You actually get to go in the pits. They rebuild the engine each time. It's nothing about battery. It's pure horsepower. As Tim
All the way.
Allen would say, more power.
Yeah.
That's what Verstappen's complaining about. This is just battery usage. Let me plug in my USB and charge my F1 engine.
Yeah.
It's like, it's weird. But this is the thing, and a lot of people are criticizing, like, oh, he's just complaining because he's not doing well. Yeah, I'm sure that's part of it. But there was a video circulating around over the weekend where he predicted this in 2023. Because just like the NFL, a lot of things come down the line and are planned far in advance.
Yeah.
And in 2023, there's a video of him where he breaks down the fact that he doesn't see it going very well. He explains the science and all of the logistics behind it a lot more, but he knew that this was kind of how it would go. So, it's kind of playing out just how he kind of expected.
Yeah, so we'll see what his plan is here, because he's definitely not happy, and I think he's kind of already been the pinnacle of F1, and he's looking at the ability to go and be like a top driver everywhere, I think, not just being an F1 driver. And you see that with the Le Mans races and stuff, that it seems like those are kind of what he's into right now. But we'll finish on this quote. BBC Radio 5 asked him if he was going to walk away. Verstappen responded, that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking about everything inside this paddock. Privately, I'm very happy. You also wait for 24 races, and then you just think about, is it worth it? Or do I enjoy being more at home with my family, seeing my friends more when you're not enjoying your sport? And then after last Sunday's race, or after the race on Sunday, he basically, in the written media pin, said, every day I wake up, I convince myself again to keep racing.
God damn.
And I try.
Jesus. Sounds like a guy that's going to the coal mines.
Guys, yeah. He's
Gotta get money for my family.
a black lung.
Gotta go to work. He literally makes, I think it's like $65 million a year. Like he's making.
Oh, well, and then
he's the highest paid
imagine
racer.
that's just what he's making from Red Bull.
Yep.
Imagine everything else he's
Sponsors
making
and
money
everything
on.
like that.
That's like, oh, I saw something about Shohei Ohtani, and he's making with all of his, and this is good parlay into the MLB, with all of his, sponsorships and everything, that he's making $124 million this year, and like the next closest guy's like 60 something.
He's gonna definitely be the highest paid
Yeah,
athlete.
yeah. Well, I mean,
That's wild.
it's those soccer guys.
Have you seen where there's a good chance? And actually, before I finish the statement, let's just go into the big league chew.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it. Let's do it.
And while
Let's
I
do
talk
it.
about this,
Delinquent in the offseason
little-
in his
okay, wait.
major league debut.
Gonna light your ass up, meat.
Vaughn into the windup in his first offering.
job.
Yeah. All right. While I start this Ohtani story, if you want to pull up this X video right here.
Oh, yes. Let me get it
We'll
pulled
go
up.
into that. But I know this wasn't on the docket with Ohtani, but it is pretty interesting where, like, in preseason, when he was pitching, there was a stretch where he struck out, I think it was 11 batters in 4 innings. And he was quoted in saying that he's going for the Cy Young this year. Because it's basically the only trophy he doesn't have.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, because he
4
got
MVPs.
Yeah, MVPs. He's got the
2 World
triple
Series.
crown, I think, too, in hitting.
I don't know if
Maybe
he's got the
he
triple
doesn't.
crown, but I know he's got a bunch of other awards. Obviously, the World Series, and then I don't know if he got World Series MVP last year. Probably did. But what we're going to talk about today is what's been all over the news over the last 3 or 4 games. Like we said last week, baseball's back. We're already into it. That's what's great about baseball is there's games every day. And we're about 3 or 4 games into it, and we are. And this is, I don't know if we touched on this last week, but I think we just kind of like dipped our toes into it. But with the new ABS technology, what that stands for is Chris. Go ahead.
I don't know.
I know, I forgot to. It's a baseball stamp. Automatic.
Hold on. That is not it. Oh, now I'm bringing up automatic braking systems.
That's funny. I know it. I had it. I heard it the other day too, and I can't remember. System, maybe.
Jesus Christ.
You typed it in, did it come up?
No, I keep getting a bunch of different things. I even typed in what it means. This is great podcasting.
Well,
here.
okay. Anyway, basically, it's what they're doing is they used to do this in the
Oh, you
what? Was that close?
automated ball strike.
Automatic ball strike. I did have automatic. That was part of it.
Automated, but yeah, that's how dumb we
yeah.
are.
Ball strike.
Damn it.
Touchdown.
I was like,
Acronyms
ball
are hard.
strike. It can't be ball strike.
Yeah. Well, what they're doing is basically the rules of it is either the batter or catcher or pitcher after each pitch can challenge a ball or strike, and I think they get 3 per game. But if they are wrong about one, they lose it, and that's why they're a little nervous to use some of it. But the story here is umps are getting these calls wrong all the time so far. And I brought up one where, and this isn't even the Reds and Red Sox game. I think it was yesterday, the day before, in the Reds and Red Sox game. Yep. I mean, dude, could you just imagine how embarrassed you are where you're just making a call and 6 times out there you're just proven wrong, and you just got to stand up there and listen to it.
Yeah,
it's got.
Well, and then the loudest cheer of that game was when CV Buckner was wrong.
Yeah, it's that's what we were talking about earlier, where I wouldn't doubt it by the way this season's already gone after only 4 or 5 games. I mean, you're gonna have to have an ump, but I don't need. Maybe you don't have a behind the plate ump. I mean, when someone slides at home, what are you gonna do? But
if you look at the replay,
you might. Maybe he's just there for that or something. But here's the one from the Athletics and Braves game yesterday, where it is a right down the middle strike.
Yeah.
And for some reason they called a ball.
Called strike. Nick Kurtz wants to challenge 3 pitches
no,
in.
You had to reverse.
I had to reverse
the ball.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So you look at the replay, they always have a box up there.
I'm going to tell
And
you
they'll
what,
even
I
show
thought
the
it was
inches.
closer than
Oakland
that.
has 2 challenges remaining.
Sometimes
that
they
is
drop
as
this one, but they'll
substantial
show
of
it.
a miss as we have
T-Mobile,
seen.
though, they're lame.
Oh, all of the ABS is sponsored by T-Mobile.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Well, good
well,
on T-Mobile.
Also, last week, hats off to you for getting me on MLB TV. It's been pretty cool.
I think you have. If you are a T-Mobile member, you can download the T-Mobile Life app, and I think you have until the end of this week to sign up for
It was super
MLB
easy.
TV, which with all of the RSN sports networks basically going under, for me, it's one of the few ways I can watch the Rockies.
Yeah, that's true. It's pretty sad. In their own hometown, you can't.
Called strike.
Just to stop. I wanted to talk about this CV Buckner thing because in that game, I want to give you his report card here.
No, it's bad. Yeah.
He was 6 for 8 on ABS challenges. His accuracy on called balls was 97%. On strikes, 72%. I mean, it's bad though. Like, it's real-time grading, which I think is needed because these guys, unfortunately, have gotten a little too comfortable.
Yep.
And it's led to them thinking that they kind of are bigger than the game. And what we're finding out here is not only are you not bigger than the game, you're kind of hindering the game greatly. So
yeah, I mean, this is just proving it. I mean, they have a great system up in place where it's not really like the NFL where, you know, it's like, oh, did he catch it or not? It's so black and white. And that's what's great is you would think that this would add a lot more time to the game, but it literally takes like 2 seconds. Boom, ball, strike, let's move on. And I'm pretty pleased with this so far, so I'm excited to see
and then
where
I'm
it
just
leads
seeing
to.
this now. Front Office Sports reported MLB umpires can earn $300,000 annually on average, equivalent to an average pay-per-game rate of $1,852 a game.
See, that's bullshit. Why
Dude,
is
you're
it
making-
the NFL doesn't? Why don't they?
Well,
pay
that's
them?
what I'm saying. Like,
I mean-
the NFL is. I'm sure that CB Buckner probably does something in the off season, but the off season for baseball is way shorter.
Well, that's just it. It's
and
like
with
they're
the
going to
travel,
be like,
you can't do anything else.
yeah, and I know that like there's 162 games, but the thing of it is like these NFL refs are running up and down the field. These umpires are just standing there.
Yeah.
And so come on, give them some credit. But yeah, this Reds and Red Sox game, everybody was talking about.
The Reds runners all hold. Got a look at challenge. Immediate tap of the helmet. The Reds runners all hold.
Okay, sorry. Let me get this one pulled up because this is the CB Buckner one, and this is, mind you, back to back.
Here, let's
called strike threes.
Yes, and let's give a situation where the game is at right now. We're bottom of the sixth. The Red Sox have 3. The Reds have 5. Bases loaded, and the count is 1-2.
Yeah, so 1-2. So this
and
is
2 strikes right now.
Yeah, so this is going to be a called strike 3 right here. But just watch. He does the whole thing.
Immediate tap of the helmet.
Is that
the
his
Reds
ankles?
runners all hold.
Yep. So Suarez
Batter's
steps.
challenging the pitch.
I love it how he just stands
ABS
there. Yep.
powered by T-Mobile.
Boom.
That's out of the zone.
Close.
And he
Well, that's what I'm saying, dude. A human eye.
Well, but here's another one. Watch a few of these. See, that's
0.3 of an inch.
Show the inches, but there's some other ones where there was another one that was 2
ABS
inches.
could be a lot of fun, Mark.
So, okay, this...
It's amazing
so this
how
happens.
minuscule the
This is
misses
the next
are, but
pitch.
these guys, you just know it.
We'll get through this a little
Great
replay
feel
here.
for that strike zone.
And watch how mad
It was
CB
called
Buckner
strike
is
3, end of inning.
after this one. You could, like, see on his face.
Now the
with this
2-2.
stain.
Called strike 3, tap the helmet
tapped it
again. He says it's off the
He's
plate away.
pissed. He's so bad.
These umps gotta hate this one.
Here we go.
This is pivotal. Bases loaded. Reds could
Boom.
put it way outside.
So now it's 3-2.
Loudest cheers of the game. The Reds have hit 2 homers.
Over an
Back-to-back challenges.
And that's what's great is if you win the challenge, you just keep it. You can just keep going.
You get 2 every game, and then I think in extra innings you get another. But still, yeah. They've got a problem, and it's called human error.
Yeah.
And we're seeing that in the NFL now too. I mean, there's so many times we don't know what a catch is.
Well,
we
now
don't
look
know.
at our first down marker. We're using
Well, we
virtual
thought-
measurement.
Yeah, we thought the virtual measurement was going to be better, and it's the most hokey looking thing ever.
It's horrible. That's why the
And they're
MLB's got
wrong.
it right. All they do is show
How
an
can we
animation.
catch a 90 mile per hour fastball an inch off of the plate, but we can't tell where a first down
It
is?
doesn't make any sense.
Riddle me that, Riddler.
Because the NFL and Goodell are so cheap when it comes to matters that really matter.
Riddle me that, Riddler. All right, let's move over to
Talk about some Tiger Woods.
let's move over to the PGA for a bit here. Let's do it. I just realized I don't know if I have an actual song for the PGA right now.
I know we used to have Go to Your Hole.
Yeah, I don't think I switched that up. Go to your hole! Are you too good for your home? Idiot ball! Anyways, Tiger, I got his mugshot up there.
Nice.
He's got a Dewey, unfortunately.
Another one. It was actually just announced on my way over to my house after work that he's going to be stepping away from golf and seeking help. And just it's a good thing. And to get to the story here, I can't remember what day it was. What day? Monday?
No, it's Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday.
'Cause, yeah, I went out to lunch with my brother on Friday afternoon, and as we sat down, I was like, holy shit, Tiger Woods rolled his car again.
Yeah. And it's nuts. It wasn't even like a roll where it just looks mangled.
It just like tipped on its side.
Tipped over on its side.
Like,
yeah.
Like the other one, you're like, holy shit, I'm surprised he didn't die. And then you realize
nuts.
his leg got all mangled, and you're like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
This one, though, it sounds like he was just being a dumbass and tipped his car over.
And it was like at probably noon. I mean, and that's in Florida, so probably like 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
And he just made his appearance back at the TGL, and then
that's why I think it's interesting. If you remember in that TGL thing, that was his first appearance back golfing in competitive golf, not just coaching.
Yeah,
and he missed like a 3-foot putt. 3-foot putt.
Yeah, I knew where you're going.
Yeah,
so that was a tongue twister there.
3-foot putt.
3-foot putt.
But you know, he admitted also that he was looking at his phone before the crash. But I mean, it's just like this guy's life just keeps spiraling. First, you had the wife that found out about all of the hookers he was with and then smashed his car up, and then that led to a whole thing. Then the like
7-iron.
Yeah, the 7-iron. Then he had the horrific crash where he almost lost his leg, and then now this. I mean, this is, you know, he was one of the goats at one point. It's really tough to watch.
I think this, and you know, I'm not trying to make excuses for the guy, but I think the falling, like, that's got to fuck with you to be the best. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To be the best and then to fall off the way he did and all the injuries.
Yeah.
I think he's just fried himself trying to get back.
Yeah.
I think like all the back stuff, all the leg stuff, and then probably the insane amount of pain pills he's been on to manage that. And he's probably abusing them.
That's why you look at our mascot, where a guy like John Daly, if he shoots 2 over, hey, whatever. We're going to go have dinner at Hooters. Yeah. And he's going to love his life.
That's true.
You know, smokes a pack of cigarettes, drinks those
drinks
good
13
boy
Diet
vodkas.
Cokes.
That too. You know, but, you know, he has no regrets. And it's not all about that.
No regrets.
No, he doesn't have, you know, as many majors, but he's got one.
He's got one.
Got the British Open.
And he still wakes up and pisses excellence.
That's right.
On the regular.
He rips it and hits it hard.
Yes, he does. Tiger, though, we were thinking we were going to see him at the Masters, but now that is over with as he's stepping away from golf.
Probably a good thing for him, because the last time he's been trying to make these cuts, it has been embarrassing.
Well, and that's the thing. Because of all the shit that's happened to him, he can't even make it through the entire 18 holes. He can't make 72 holes at the Masters, and he refuses to use a golf cart. So, and you can get that if you have a disability.
Yeah.
But so yeah, Tiger. We'll see what happens. Obviously, there is weird. I was listening to one of those like late night sports shows, or like in the evening. It wasn't. It was like one of the. It was on the radio. It's like one of the national shows. And this guy was talking about Tiger Woods, and I guess they're out in L.A. and he was bitching about. I guess Tiger never tips. I guess Tiger's kind of a piece of shit, really, like outside of golf. I don't know for sure. This is like what I've heard. You know, I'm not going to swear to it, but I have kind of heard that Tiger's not like the coolest dude outside of golf.
I mean, you could look at that mugshot and just kind of tell, man. It's like, it just, you know, some guys have some
creepy.
cool mugshots, and other ones, it's like, damn, dude, why is his face so puffy?
I still want to get my mugshot from back in the day, but I'm put it on a shirt.
Well, let's move over to the UFC, and then we'll
get on out of here. Yeah. Oh man, we went a little over. All right, let's get into the UFC.
This should take long to cover.
Let's get it on!
What happened between you and Artem Lobov, Khabib? Nothing.
You don't get it together.
If one of us go to war, we all go to war.
Izzy was back.
That is not the cloth from which he is cut.
Izzy got knocked out by Joe Piper, and this will probably go down as maybe the fight that should make him retire.
You would think so. It didn't. He wasn't. He was competitive in the first couple of rounds, but then Piper just kind of
put it on
him.
Yeah.
And with his newfound love of Jesus, he took that God power.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool statement that he made afterwards. Really heavy too. He said he almost took his life.
Yeah,
3
like
weeks
several
beforehand.
times. I thought something like that. Like he was really going through
Crazy, man. So, and Izzy has just fallen off. I mean, ever since the Sean Strickland fight, he has not. I don't think he's won one. And it's just getting worse and worse. I mean, this is a guy that was like literally at the top of his game. And then once Pereira knocked him out, it all changed after that. And then he finally got redemption, knocked Pereira out, and then he got on his high horse. And it's just been one of the steepest downfalls in UFC history. But hats off to Piper, man. I mean, I had him picked. I had talked about it with a few different friends at work, and I picked Piper because he trains with Sean Strickland. He's got immense power, and Sean Strickland's the guy that beat Izzy. I mean, if there's anybody that's got a recipe for it, it's him.
Yeah, definitely. It is crazy to see the fall off that he has had, though.
Yeah.
Speaking of fall offs, it just it was like, I mean, that's the fight game, though, man. It's a different thing. It's not like baseball or golf where you have a tapered fall off. It's usually like, poof, like a straight drop.
That's one thing I really respect about it too, because the consequences are so high. In like baseball, if you strike out, that sucks. But it's not like you're gonna go unconscious or get knocked out or get a broken nose. Like what you're putting on the line out there is so nuts. Like that's why there's so much pressure. It's so tense. I love watching every week, and what we saw in this co-main event with Macy Barber.
I didn't realize, like, everybody's like, oh my god, she got murdered, and I was like, what are we talking about here? And then you see it and you're like, that's one of the wildest knockouts I've ever seen.
Yep.
And then for her to immediately go into a rear naked choke after the knockout, it was incredible.
You could go to our profile. I tweeted it too.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Shit.
But Alexa Grasso, who's a former champ, she knocked out Macy Barber like a minute and a half, I think, in the first round. And
We'll keep talking. I'll find it.
I had some internet issues a second ago too. But she knocked her out, and then as she went down, she took Macy and put her in a rear naked choke, and then Macy laid there for like about 2.5 minutes with her eyes open. I mean, it's all right. Don't worry about it. We'll post it or something.
Yeah, we'll post it after
I did
the
retweet
show.
it a few times, but I mean, just look it up. Macy Barber knockout. It's one of the most gruesome ones you'll ever see. And hats off to Alexa Grasso for having the respect, because she realized right afterwards too that this girl is hurt, and she kind of knelt down and was praying for her and stuff. And
well, I don't think, I mean, it's tough in that situation to know that someone's knocked out, because a lot of times people, I mean, we've seen people get knocked out and come back too.
Yeah.
And still fight. Sometimes win. It's hard in that situation, I think, to immediately know that your opponent's down. And she didn't hold on to the choke for long, but it definitely, you got to think, for somebody who's unconscious to get choked all of this, that's got to be like a weird.
Oh man, she didn't know. She didn't know where she was at.
No.
And then so she just made a statement. Do you want to turn? I think it's still playing that intro.
Oh yeah, it is. I need to fix that.
So she actually made a statement yesterday. She went on social media and said, just kind of talking about it for the first time afterwards, and she said she doesn't remember much from it. And she says even when she's got on social media, she just sees it everywhere. And so it's kind of led to her probably having a lot of bad flashbacks. And so she said she's stayed off social media, but has really appreciated all the love that everybody's kind of given her, because it's just, that's what I'm talking about, man. It's like these guys just aren't out there. So we do see some really boring fights. Just the week before, we saw MVP Michael Venom Page go out there, and it was like a super boring fight. And we see other times like this. And the women's division really needed this. It really hasn't had too many exciting fights, and hats off to Alexa Grasso for going out there and really making a name for herself, and climbing back in the ranks. She might even get a title shot after this.
Yeah, I mean, after that fight, it'd be well worth it. She
violent.
definitely, that'll probably be one of the highlight knockouts of 2026.
She was in the shadow realm for a while.
Yeah, it's always scary when you just see someone laying there, just
yeah. With their eyes open, man. That's how Kamaru Usman, when Leon Edwards knocked him out, he's just laying there with his eyes open. We're like, damn, what is he
dead? Yeah.
What are you looking at, dude? It's probably
that's
just
crazy.
like, his brain's not even there.
I mean, we did some dumb stuff back in the day with like the elevator game, passing each other out.
Oh no, I heard of that. A few of my friends did it, but I was like, don't fucking do that to me, man. That's nuts.
Yeah, but like, yeah, you just like pass out and come to. But I have no idea what getting like knocked the fuck out.
I've never been knocked out.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I never wanted to happen.
I think my brother hit me a pop fly when I was pretty little that I missed, and it hit me right in the forehead. I thought I got knocked out, but I don't know if I did.
Yeah.
But either way, it wasn't like a fight where
It's
you're
a little
like
different when you're an adult. Yeah. Just totally out. Especially where it's like some of these UFC fighters where it's like they get up, and like this one where she was trying to wrestle the ref at one point.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, bitch, you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, there's been a few where like the refs have had to like fight people off after they got knocked out, like start trying to leg lock them. You're like, no,
not me. You're in a different world.
I'm trying to help you.
What's going on?
Oh man, well that's gonna get us out of here. We went a little bit over, but we started late, so it's okay. But episode 170 in the books.
We got to do the DDOE.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm pumped for this one, man.
I almost skipped it. Son of a.
I hit it hard, man.
What am I doing? Who am I?
Oh, yeah, this is a great story here.
Yeah, Gary Woodland.
Yep.
This weekend.
Yeah. The last time he won was 2019. I think we were. I remember hearing about then.
Yeah, we were.
I don't think we weren't doing the
No, we
podcast
weren't,
then,
no.
but I do remember hearing about it because he is a KU alumni, and even in this win, he uses this notepad. You know how they kind of like write down notes?
Yeah.
It has like a Jayhawk on it, so that's kind of
Nice.
cool. But it's an amazing comeback story. As in 2023, Gary Woodland underwent brain surgery to remove a lesion. Earlier this year, he revealed a PTSD diagnosis, and today he's a champion again. Woodland wins the Houston Open for his first victory since 2019. An amazing story, and he was super emotional afterwards. There's you could see some video and pictures where he's kind of sobbing, and you can't blame him.
Yeah, I mean, he even spoke after the win. Well, after he clinched the win, he told reporters, "It's just another day. Today was a good day, but I've got a big fight ahead of me, and I'm going to keep going. But I'm proud of myself right now." And I think he's just kind of talking to the mental health battle he's got ahead of him. That's probably going to, be something he has to deal with for the rest of his life, especially something like PTSD. I know there's like EMDR therapy and stuff like that that has a lot of good, I guess, success in treating PTSD, but regardless, yeah, that's something that he's probably gonna have to basically just stay ahead of the majority of his life to just try and survive, basically.
Yeah, and to come out on top and get a victory like this in golf, which was like, I mean, I don't know the percentages. You golf more than I do. I mean, I would probably say it's a 90% mental game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so much of it, and so to overcome all that and go out and win in Houston, it's pretty sweet. Good for him, man.
Yeah. Oh, this is talking about one of his crazy experiences. He recalled a recent experience in which he was triggered when a scorer in his group got too close for his comfort. I stepped aside, I pulled my caddy and said, "This stuff is hitting me, man. You can't let anybody get behind me," he said. Next thing you know, I couldn't remember what I was doing. My eyesight started to get blurry, and a hole later, I just said, "Butch, I can't handle it." And I start bawling in the middle of the fairway. It was my turn to hit, and I couldn't hit. Damn, man, that's crazy. Yeah,
That is nuts, man.
Wow.
Yeah. Ask your friends, if they're okay.
Yeah, check in on them, man.
Just check in on them. You never know.
Yeah.
Even if they're celebrity golfers.
Yeah, check in on everybody. Mental health, it gets us all, and the world we live in doesn't really help with making you feel okay about the way things are going, even in your own life.
That's right.
So on that note, we give Gary Woodland the daily dose of excellence as he overcomes his mental health issues to win again at a high level. And for that, he is the DDOE. And on that, we are going to get out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you all. We just got streaming going back again. Let us know how it went. Make sure to hop on and talk with us, chat with us. We would love to see you, hear from you. And make sure to share, subscribe, and follow us on all things social media. We love you all. Chad Lee, I love you, buddy.
I love you, buddy. Come back next week, guys.
And come back next week, same time, same sports channel, the Fringe Fanatics Sports Podcast.